Hello. No, it's not Monday, but it is Wednesday, and it's Michi. I'm back. I didn't give you guys a video last week due to numerous reasons. I said I was gonna chalk it up to the inauguration, then MLK's birthday, but honestly, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I wasn't feeling it. I was feeling a little down. I was feeling a little depressed because my computer died. So you know how you get ready to start something new, start a new adventure, and something happens. Not that that's an excuse, because I really use my phone until I wanted to start making the videos and doing better. Then my computer died. So now I'm waiting on my new computer to come in. But now you have me on today, Wednesday. And as you can see, I have on my I Love Me pen because it's all about you and yourself. And I love me. So I'm just going to be real with you. I love me, and I'm beginning to love me a lot more now. So today I'm going to just call it Words of Wisdom Wednesday. You know, I always have to have a play on words. I feel like there's power in words. So I play with words a lot. Again, today I'm doing Words of Wisdom Wednesday, and I'm just gonna start making short because I have some errands to run, and I don't want Serenity to wake up and start talking to me. So I'm looking to the side because that's where my notes are. Yes, I have notes because I really don't want to miss anything, and I want to get my point across. Today I'm going to talk about, lately you've been hearing people saying, oh, they draining me of my energy. You're no longer going to drain me of my energy, or I'm going to match energy. I'm going to start, treating you the way you treat me. And everybody is not your assignment, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. Well, I'm here to tell you 3 words today that you must live by regarding those phrases. Remember to protect your peace. And those are the 3 words that I can give you to live by, honestly. Protect your peace. And once you do that, everything else is going to go smoothly. And when I say protect your peace, I'm saying God told me 2 things. He told me to remember 2 things when I'm going through challenges in life. He told me to remember that, first of all, he's never going to put more on me than I can bear. He's never going to put more on me than I can bear. And then he also told me that the battle was not mine, but it's his. The battle is not mine, it's the Lord. So with those 2 things alone, I already know that whatever comes my way, it's already taken care of. I just have to protect my peace. I can't allow anybody to take me out of my comfort zone, or out of my mental space, or out of my peaceful space, because when you do that, that's not allowing God to do what he said. He said he's going to fight the battles. But if you take me out of my place and want me to fight those battles, then I'm probably going to lose them. So with those 2 things, so we're going to break it down a little further. So when people or your friends or your so-called friends or your loved ones, when they let you down or they pull your drain, releasing your energy, and in turn saying draining you of your energy, don't match their energy. Don't try to be like them. You go to the source, and you know who the source is. Of course, the source is God. You go to God and let him replenish you, replenish your cup. And when God replenishes your cup, you got to be ready for the overflow. Because when people drain you of your energy, know that God is going to replenish you as long as you protect your peace. So when God is replenishing you, you have to do some things in the meantime. So you have to make sure your cup is clean. Make sure everything is ready, so when God gets ready to pour into your cup, that there are no more leaks. You have to plug up those holes. You have to push those things and get those little particles out of that cup, so that when God starts back to pour into your cup, there's no dust, there's no dirt, there's no little particles, nothing floating around in your cup that's causing you to not want to receive from that cup, because you're going to want to receive that overflow that God is giving you. So when you clean out all of those things, you know what you're doing? You're removing things that are not of God from your life. You're removing things that are in the way, that are blocking your overflow to come in from God. You're removing you're blocking You're removing the things that are blocking God from blessing you. That's what you're doing, because sometimes you hold on to things, and when you hold on to those things, that cause God to not be able to bless you, because those things are in the way. Those things are keeping you back. And notice that I said you're going to plug up those holes, because something else is going to come along and drain you of some more of your energy. It may be death. It may be whatever it may be. It may be the loss of a job. It may be the loss of a friendship, the loss of a family member, and all of those sometimes can feel like death. So whatever your next plug is, when it becomes unplugged again, you go back to God to replenish your cup again. You go back to God to ask him to replenish you, give you rest for your mind. You ask God to help you protect your peace. So, excuse me. So you go back with that, and with that in mind, you won't reap any of your overflow. Once you plug that up, you won't reap anything that you overflow. And those people that you had to push out, or those particles that you had to push out, or those relationships that you had to get out of that cup to receive your overflow, they're not going to be there to receive that overflow that God had for you. They're not going to be there to receive those blessings. They're going to be able to see them from the outside, but they're no longer a part of them, because they helped you to plug up those holes and get and to receive your overflow. Now, when I'm saying that, I'm also going to tell you that, you say, well, that's why everybody's not your assignment, because people drain you. That's why you can't let everybody into your life. Or that's why you can't help everybody. Or that's why you can't support everybody. Or that's why you can't do this or love everybody, or be nice to everybody. And again, I tell you, I'm not going to tell you exactly what Joshua 21:45 says, but I'm going to remind you, or I'm going to remind myself, that God has not given me a test and he has not failed me. God has not given me a test and failed me on any of the tests that he's given me in my life. If God has put a task or a test in front of me, believe me, he's carried me all the way through to victory and beyond. So there's no test that God is going to put you through that you're not going to be able to handle on, and that you're not going to see that you may feel like they may not be your assignment, but people sometimes are your assignment. But just know that God is never going to fail you, because with an assignment, there does come a test. And God usually helps you pass that test, as long as you're on God's path. So when God helps you pass that test, he's also helping you to protect your peace. So that's how I feel about that. When people ask me, well, how do you remain so calm when people are testing you, or when relationships are testing you, or situations are testing you? How do you remain so calm, Michi? Because I know who I am. I know who Michi is. So I'm part of God's assignment. I'm God's assignment. Like, everybody else may not be your assignment, but if you're part of God's assignment, he's going to take care of you. And in Isaiah 26:3, he says that he will keep in perfect peace all that trust in him. So yeah, I smile through it all. I stay calm through it all. Even the worst of situations, I smile through them. I stay calm, because I know whose assignment I am. I know whose I am. I belong to God. So I would never I'm not going to say never. I'm not perfect. I try not to let anything take me out of my peaceful zone. I always try to protect my peace. I always try to protect my peace. And as I grow close to my 10 minutes, I always try to keep my videos at least under 10 minutes. But as I grow close to my 10 minutes, I want you to remember two things as you try to protect your peace. That there are two people in life. The two people in life are the ones like me, that when tests and trials and tribulations come my way, I protect my peace by saying, thy will be done, meaning God's will be done. There's nothing that Michi can do about it. So to protect Michi's peace, I say God's will be done. And then there's those other people out there that say, well, they don't say anything. God just say to them, because they've taken it upon themselves to solve the situation, or to take this test, or to cheat on this test the way they want to. So God in return tells them, all right then, have it your way. And when God takes his hands off of it, you best believe it's not going to be the results you want. You're not going to get the grades you want. You're not going to pass the test in the spectrum that you thought you were going to pass it in. So just remember, when you come down to that test or that tribulation, to protect your peace, look at it two ways. That God's will be done, or look at it where God say, my hands are off of it. You have it your way. So you decide whether you're going to let God take it or if you're going to try to handle it. And closing note, the closer you live to God, the smaller everything else going to appear. Giants will crumble at the sound of God. So the closer you live to God, the more you pray, the more you protect your peace through God, the smaller everything else is going to appear. And today I want to leave you with the words of wisdom. 3 words of wisdom. Protect your peace. Serenity out.